Okay, so I have a question here, and that's how many preppers are going to die because they don't seem to remember the most important thing of all: water. I've done videos on storing water, having containers ready to fill with water, giving ideas like those big old bathtub bladders, basically. Just having water in clean containers on hand, basements or wherever you have room. But these videos don't get very many views. Videos on guns, they get views. Videos on metals get views. Food gets some views. Water, after being up for years, 1,000 something views only. And that's the most important thing. You're dead in 3 days without water. So you need to learn how to collect water, right? You can collect morning dew by taking a rag and running it through the grass, wringing it out into a filter, and just keep doing that till you have a decent amount. But you do it early in the morning before it evaporates, if you can find dew. How to make a solar still, where you take grass and vegetation that you know is not toxic. You dig a big old hole like a crater shape. You put the vegetation in there. You put a clean container. You put clear plastic to seal it off, and a little rock above the container, and the evaporation takes the condensation. The water comes out, it evaporates out of the plants, collects, and goes into the container. How to make an Indian well. If you find a source of water like a stream or something, a few feet away, you dig down about a foot or so, and then it'll fill up with sludgy water. You throw that out, you let it fill up again, and so on till the water comes out clear. And then you take that water, you filter it and boil it. You need to know how to find water. Look for thick vegetation, luscious vegetation, right? And then when you have the water, you need to know how to make a filter, right, to remove all kinds of all the sediment and stuff in there. And then you would boil it. You need to learn how to use bleach to purify water in an emergency. You need to know where to find water around the house. Places like the toilet tank, not the bowl, but the tank. If there's no soaps and bleach tablets in there, and there's no mold, and you can look in there, see if you have mold and mildew and stuff growing in there. Probably not, but if it's clean, newer places, you could take that water and filter it if there's no soap or tabs or something like that. In a life or death situation where you're going to die anyway. Water heaters. A water heater typically holds about 50 gallons of water. Again, you would get it out of there. You had to poke a hole if you had to for life or death. You would take that, filter it, boil it, and you'd have water. You can find like a building, right? You go to the lowest level, the lowest faucet. You would open that faucet and put a container under. And then you'd open all the other faucets, let the air inside, and whatever water's left in the building would trickle out. Right? And these are just some of the things you can do. You need to really learn to look into it and see what you can do to save yourself, because all those guns, right, aren't going to help you. I'm a big supporter in precious metals, but that's not going to help you if you're not around to barter and trade with it. You need water. You can't digest food without water. So, that's just something to think about, guys. Really, man. That's the most important thing of all. And that's what you really need to pay attention to, focus, and prep. And, be creative. Look for ways to procure, store, and treat water. Anyway, hopefully this wakes some people up out there. Good luck, guys.